Good evening, Wisconsin. How is everybody doing tonight? Happy Friday. Hope everybody had a great week. Hopefully, we didn't have anything holding us back from having a great week. And if it did pop up, hopefully you got through it. Just want to start out as a friendly reminder. Please make sure you subscribe to our show, whether that's on YouTube. You can set up notifications on Facebook in the stream here, and also on Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Subscribe to the podcast so when there's a new episode comes up, you get a little notification. Makes it really nice and easy to keep on top of things. Shout out to everybody who is able to join us. Two warnings. My hands are freezing, so hopefully I'm not like going in and out too much that it makes it sound weird. But I don't know. That's fine. I don't know if the office doesn't seem cold, but for some reason my hands are freaking freezing. As always, want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Higher Love, proudly presented by Higher Love. I wouldn't even call it a sponsorship. It's more of a partnership in how much they've been able to help us and to keep the movement going. As far as like this week, got to spend the day, a couple days actually out at the Capitol again, and really starting to get down to the nitty gritty, trying to figure some stuff out. Hey, Jill, thanks for swinging by. Appreciate you saying hi. Excuse me. Got a few cool things to talk about tonight. We did get to meet with Voss's office this week, so look forward to recapping that. Excuse me, grab a quick drink. Hey, Randall, how's it going, man? We'll give everyone a minute to get in here. I don't know if everyone saw, but I don't want this to be a straight political page. Obviously, politics can, it's one of the things that they tell you not to talk about. But obviously, when it comes to legalization and stuff, deals a lot with politics, and just wasn't aware if people saw. But yesterday, the Supreme Court of Wisconsin did rule that they felt that there were 4 maps that are being considered for redistricting. So just update on that. Sounds like they felt that the Republicans offered 2 maps, but they felt that they were gerrymandered. Of course, the Supreme Court does have a Democratic control as far as they have they have the majority in the Supreme Court. So we got to stay tuned on that. Obviously, that could be a pretty big factor in some people running that weren't planning on running or having to run to stay elected or to stay in office. And I think that would only bring cannabis even a little more to the forefront, as far as it's going to be a little harder to just kind of sit back and be like, oh, we're kind of trying. Like, people are going to want to know what you're doing. Eric, what's up, my man? Shout out to Eric. He's a pretty cool dude. I'm just kidding. He's a very cool dude out here in Green Bay. Shout out Northern Roots Hemp. Yeah, just want to give you a couple more minutes, get a couple more folks in here. Let's check out something really cool. Check this out. Share screen. Entire screen. Let's do a window share. Let's get this out of here. This is pretty neat. This is the Cannabis Regulatory Agency of Michigan. This is the report from December. I couldn't believe how detailed this was, and that it's out there. This is pretty cool. I wanted to share some of this information with you guys quick. Jill, I did see that. That was awesome to see. There was 12 senators that sent a letter to the DEA saying that it wasn't just about rescheduling, it was about decriminalization. So that was cool to see. Hopefully that gets some traction, gets some attention, and just continues the talks onto, again, things that we all agree on that are in here for the most part. And it would really be beneficial to decriminalize, so we don't have to keep worrying about something that is a plant, which we've talked about a couple times here. So what was cool about this was this shows the sales from last month. And what I found interesting here was edible, or let's go by total sales here. So total sales flower, $1.3 million of medical flower sold last year in Michigan. And then in second place, we had the vape cartridges at $840,000 essentially. Keef, $972. Oh, here, shake trim, $178,000. That's a lot of shake. That's pretty dope. Infused edibles at $334. And what's interesting is the top four sellers um, that were sold in Michigan for medical patients would be blocked by the current bill that is being presented by Voss and Associates. Quick reminder too, I always forget to do this, and it feels like a shameful plug, but it just doesn't hurt if you guys don't mind hitting that like button, sharing this so we can get a few more folks in here. I'd appreciate that. We're always looking to spread the word and get as many voices united as we can. But again, so I was able to share this with Voss's staff when we were talking, and again, I'll go into details on that in just a second here. But right now, we're just kind of looking at Michigan sales to date. That is a lot. That's $1.6 billion. Sales deliveries, average retail flower price for an ounce is only $100. That is crazy. That's awesome. Plants. So here's how many plants for the medical grow in Michigan. So it looks like flowering. They had 180,000 plants last month in Michigan for the medical program. That is a lot of jobs. That's a lot of crops. That's a lot of tax revenue. That is awesome to see. 58,000 were in vegetative, 18,000 were in the immature. Buddha, thanks for stopping by, my man. Always good to see you. Destroyed and harvested plant. Destroyed and harvested plants. Immature destroyed 17,000. Vegetative plants harvested 47,299 for medical. Yes, we definitely need this, Jill. Right? Package state active on hold. Flour at growers pounds. Fresh frozen at growers 148,000 frozen. What? 148,000. So 150,000 pounds of fresh frozen at the growers. Is that frozen flour? Yeah, fresh frozen flour. I wanted to get to real quick here. Applicants, renewal applications. Here we go. This is really neat to see. This is how many licenses there are for growers. 1,464 active licenses for growers. Again, when you don't have a super restrictive bill and you're able to actually help the people get what they deserve, you could have 1,464 active growers. That's crazy to me. I don't know how we can just keep looking past this. Hey, Kimberly, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the words. Application processing time. I thought it was pretty neat that for the most part, processor, obviously I can see that taking a minute, but otherwise it looks like everything's right around 30 days. And again, these are for Michigan, the numbers that we're looking at if you're just hopping in. Enforcement and legal. Hang on here. It gets kind of boring for a hot minute here. Oh, here we go. What was this one? Well, this is medical by region. A lot of cool information in here. I'll share a link so you guys can check it out. But I wanted to find renewal, social equity. I mean, this is a very detailed report. This is impressive, especially when you compare it to Illinois. I was able to find theirs. It's not like a super big knock on them, but it's just not. I mean, this is so easy to navigate once you find what page you're looking for. It's just kind of a beautiful layout. So here is this my December total? Yeah, so this is going to be for adult responsible use. Pounds sold in December. Where's our total for the whole? Bear with me here. It'd be nice if I could figure out how to use bookmarks on a PDF. Eric, I might need your help. I feel like that's something you would know. Don, thanks for stopping by, my man. Appreciate you. Initial applications. So here we go. Initial application. So new registers for application to be a medical holder. Looks like 2,000 were issued, 181 were denied. Renewal applications. Looks like the majority were obviously issued. Processing time, just a couple days. Number of applicants filed for registry identification cards, 2,978. And if we go back, oh, this is so much easier when I have it printed out. Product sales. Here we go. So this is for adult use establishment licensing. Check out the sales. Oh my god. This is just from December in Michigan. Let's just start with $276 million in total sales in 1 month. Pounds sold. Flour, 82,000 pounds of flour. That is a lot of medicine to a lot of folks. Infused edible, pounds sold, 375,000. And what I find really interesting is when you look at, so like right here, this is a great example, adult use. So this is where people get the choice to buy the product that they find works best for them. And the infused non-edible solid is what is in the bill, and it is sitting at $629,000 in the adult responsible use market compared to 124 million in flour. That is ridiculous. That is quite literally 250 times more flour sold than topicals and pills, capsules. But the bill that's presented is acting like the pills are the best thing. It's kind of frustrating. I think we're gonna get into a little more details with the meeting that we had because this information is really cool, but it's also just making me sad to see that this is all happening in Michigan, and unfortunately not here. But this would be a good example as well. This one's going to be so for medical patients because maybe medical patients prefer the pill, and maybe that's why Mr. Voss is presenting it that way. But if you look at that here, flour for medical patients was $1.3 million in sales last month in Michigan, compared to infused non-edible solids, which was $15,000. That is just a crazy percentage of what the people actually want. So, with that, let's get into the recap here from meeting with Voss. So it was one of Voss's aides. She's a very nice lady. I appreciate her time. She spent about an hour talking to us and going over the concerns that we had. Unfortunately, it left me with the feeling that there is still something going on. Let me grab my notes here real quick. I brought up one of the things we brought up right away was so edibles are and smokables aren't allowed under this. Excuse me. And she came back with, well, edibles are allowed, and I was like, okay. But when I look into reading the bill again, it doesn't say edibles. I think she's using capsules as a form of an edible. And oh, Jill, I did take that to Voss. I actually left him a printed copy. And I also sent him a link, but I showed her the numbers and I left her with it. So Voss should have that for sure. It felt like the answer I was getting with as far as edibles are covered under this bill was maybe a little political, as far as capsules again are technically an edible. And also it felt like even if it said it now, I still feel like the way Voss said, there was a quote, and I wish I had it on file here, but it was essentially, I remember him very early when the bill came out saying, we don't want people going to the stores and getting bags of gummies. And that was why when he was asked about pill form only. So I didn't quite agree. I don't feel like she really let on the truth there, but I could be wrong. Because even if it said that right now, I feel like, they still got a few chances to tidy up the bill as it were to pass along, if it were to. And the vibe I get from Voss, who's seemingly the one in control of this, is that edibles would not be covered. When I asked about a lot of the restrictions that were in place, and being the most restrictive, it was mentioned a couple times that they're looking at the medical from Minnesota, the program that they instituted over there. Which, when she said that, I said, well, aren't they recreational now too? And she said, we are looking to stay the most restrictive because we do not want to have recreational sales in the state of Wisconsin. And that's when I brought up. So even though 40 states have legal cannabis, 40 states and the Washington, D.C., so 41 states in D.C. combined have access to cannabis, but us being the 42nd, we want to be the most restrictive but we don't have any information from any of the 40 other one states that indicate why we should be the most restrictive. When I ask why do we want to be the most restrictive? Because we can't allow recreational to be a thing. We can't open the door to recreational. Why? Like I wasn't yelling. I was definitely frustrated, and I explained, "Hey, I'm sorry. It's just I'm super passionate, so on and so forth." But there's just something that doesn't add up. I've spent a lot of time reading through things, trying to follow money trails for donations. Um, I don't have any for sure things. I don't have anything as far as that goes. I'm trying to figure out. I just feel like there's something else going on, and that's what I felt like going into the meeting. And I even again, I appreciate the lady's time and everything, but something still just feels like I'm not being told the truth. And I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I'm gonna try my best, do everything I can. One of the things I brought up too was with the 5 dispensaries. So because what I thought about on the drive down there was okay. So if let's say I'm in Green Bay and let's say my nearest dispensary is in Milwaukee, now I have to drive to Milwaukee to get my meds, and the people in Milwaukee save the gas money. I'm not saying they should have to pay more, but I'm just saying if you guys are restricting the patients to only 5 locations, is there going to be some kind of like gas cards if you got to drive a really long way or whatever? And the response to that was, well, that's why we have 3 caregivers as part of the program, which I can see where that could help if your family doesn't live around you, because she was saying, well, you have 3 caregivers, so that way, if somebody lives closer to Madison or sorry to Milwaukee, but like for me, my family lives further away from me up in the woods where they probably wouldn't have a facility, a dispense or it's not a dispensary, a pharmacy for cannabis. So that one was a little puzzling as to that was kind of how they thought they would be able to make sure that it was easily accessible for all. Because again, 5, I don't think you could have 5. I think I have 5 quick trips on this side of the town of Green Bay. Oh, I know I do. Probably have 5 from here to Lambeau, which is maybe 2 miles. Oh yeah. Thanks, Josh. Josh is there. Oh, Waldo, stick around. We're gonna review your flower with the DynaVap. Whoop whoop. Uh, Josh, yeah, don't want to see dispensaries on every corner. That oh my gosh. Yes, that was the I don't even think we need I don't think any of us think we need dispensaries on every corner, ma'am. I bet you I'm willing to bet we could probably get away with like a fourth of the quick trips we have. And I love quick trips. This is not saying quick trips should go anywhere. Don't we I love quick trip. I love that they're everywhere. It's a great concept. I love those guys. But yes, that was also the topic that was brought up that well, we don't want dispensaries on every corner. One per county at the very least. I agree with that 100% at the very least for sure. Because obviously, like Milwaukee or some of these towns like Madison, because I don't haven't driven through Milwaukee much, but yeah, some of these towns it takes you a half hour to get to the other side of town. So, and again, with the amount of people who deserve access to cannabis, you're going to need a few per town. Um, looking at Michigan sales, you couldn't facilitate all those sales. You go to the border right now, you go up to Menominee on the weekend, you go to Iron Mountain. It's a long wait. There's a ton of people looking to get medicine, whether it's prescribed or it's for adult responsible use. Infused quick trip donuts. Hey, you might be onto something there, Eric. I could definitely get down with that. Excuse me. Um, Also asked about would this would medical patients be negatively impacted by government assistance programs? She made it sound like there was something in the bill that said or that they wouldn't be negatively affected, but I couldn't find anything in the bill, but perhaps I missed it. I did scroll through it again tonight. Could have missed it. I didn't see it. If somebody sees it, please let me know. And then there was multiple times that when I would ask a question, it would lead to, well, we just can't at all let it lead to recreational or adult responsible use. Well, she says recreational. I say adult responsible use. And that was just very confusing because I brought as much as I could as far as different scenarios in a timely fashion of how cannabis can help people who aren't necessarily prescribed to cannabis. whether it's musicians, artists, movie directors, or I can't say all these people use it, but like anything creative in life, cannabis helps you with that. It's just that's what cannabis does. But it's also something that has medicinal properties. But you're worried about it being used by people. And I brought up that within a mile of the capital, I'm sure there's at least 10 places, whether they're legal or illegal, that sell cannabis. And it was just like this stone wall, like, I know, but we can't let it happen. I was like, but you're hurting the people that are getting it. There's people who want to get it and know that it's from a safe place. We're asking for regulation, not, we don't need you to do everything. Like, this still needs to be a fair thing. It needs to be fair regulation, but we are asking for regulation to make sure that products are clean, that they are what they say they are, that packaging is easy to read, that you don't have to worry about where it's being made. It's being, there's some checkpoints, and it was just like, yeah, we can't let. Bro, what? It's it was very infuriating. Um and when I explained that, while it's basically legal, there's a black market, like, it is accessible to anybody who wants it. You're not going to be able to stop it all. And then I also brought up the comparison. And again, please, I always like to lead with, I'm not against alcohol use. I am for adult responsible use of alcohol just as much as I am of cannabis. Well, no, cannabis, I'm not going to lie, I'm by it. I would prefer cannabis use just because I see how it affects people compared to how alcohol affects some people. That's just my personal opinion, but I don't think alcohol needs to go away. I do think that they do a poor job of regulating the use of adult responsible use. Where if you're saying cannabis is bad and we're worried about it, then why aren't you helping educate people? I said I wasn't going to get frustrated, but here we are. Um, I explained how 40 other states are less restrictive. I touched on that already. One thing she did bring up a time or two was, well, I understand, but it's still federally illegal. Yes, technically it is, but it's not enforced, and that was a pretty lame response in my opinion, because it just felt like there was something else. The way the questions were answered, it's still federally illegal. Yes, I get that, but when 4/5 of the United States has figured out a way to make it legal in their state, that's not a good excuse, um, in my opinion. There was also a handful of times where sh- it felt like the person we were sitting down with was starting to understand what we were saying, or understand the perspective, how it helps people, how it does this, why it should be, get it off the streets, that kind of thing. And I would say a good handful of times we were hit with, my boss says it cannot be recreational, or that's what my boss says, which again leads me to believe that there's still something else, because it felt like we were getting through to her as far as where our passion was from, how we want it to be about education, how we're for, I personally feel that there's no need for 3,500 milligrams of anything in edible form that should be sold on a shelf. That's my personal opinion, um, because there's just not the need for it. Some regulation, I think, is good. We did ask about if it became Schedule 3 federally, and it didn't really seem to do anything, or she didn't really have anything to say about that that led me to believe that would be a good thing. And in fact, she brought up, oh, right when we were talking about the Schedule 3, she, oh yeah, that if it was decriminalized, that obviously that would be different. But man, there's one other thing that just popped into my head. Um, I think some Republicans need to be voted out. If we're talking about Voss, I think you'd be correct, as far as what I can tell, and the fact that he's been the only one that I haven't been able to sit down with yet. Everybody else has taken a meeting with, seemingly open arms, sitting down and talking. Haven't felt like I've been stonewalled at all. That was the first time when I met with his aide. As far as some of the answers, just for like, that's what it is. Everyone else has seemingly been like, oh, this, that, the other. And in fact, to prove that not all Republicans need to be voted out, now would be a great time to share with you guys. We are going to have Senator Agard is going to be sitting down on a podcast with Representative Brooks, who is a Republican, and they've worked on bills in the past, and it sounds like there is some common ground on her bill, and I think that that's awesome. I think that there has to, in my opinion, there should be a left and a right. Um, we should not hold anything against each other because we believe in one more than the other. Because anytime you get to just one party, I feel like that's not going to be a good situation. Because look, if the Republicans had all they control right now, which all they don't have is the governor in the state of Wisconsin, they would just be passing all their agendas. And then if we have all Democratic, then it's going to be everything on their agenda is just going to be passed, and nobody can really do anything about it. There has to be a common ground, in my opinion, and that's why I'm looking forward to getting some of these folks onto the podcast so they can share what they've shared with me, which is we don't support Voss's bill. We know that it has to be less restrictive. All of them have some concerns, obviously, rightfully so, and that's where I think education is huge, and that's what we're able to do is bring that to them. Is to work together. But yes, most Republicans have agreed that Voss's bill is too restrictive, and that was really, again, there's a lot of me kind of hitting on the same points because it felt like I was hitting a wall where I couldn't get through, and so it was a lot of my boss said that this is what it is, and it was a lot of we don't want to lead to recreational use. So that is unfortunately where things left with Voss's office. So I'm going to shift my focus now to getting these folks on to talk about their take on the bill, to get it out in the open. I feel like everyone feels like the Republicans are stuck on whatever Voss says, and I'm very much feeling that that's not the case. But again, before I'm like, oh, this is that the let's have them on here so that they can share it with you guys. It's is there some what do we got here? Is there some Republican Bible out there that says thou shalt not legalize? I mean, sadly, feels that way. Control this constitution is not being legal. It does definitely appear to be their fault. We will go with that for the time being. And again, good news is we've got Senator Agard and Representative Brooks, somebody from both sides of the aisle that agree on legalization for the most part, and that's what we'll be able to hear their takes about on a podcast episode. Senator Agard is also going to be on a podcast solo, which I think would be really cool. Going to be interviewing her on the 14th, or sitting down with her on the 14th. So please make sure I'll put a post up here in the coming days. Please make sure you get your questions in, because I'll probably be going to her office to sit down with her to record it. I just think that'd be a convenient thing to do for her, as far as her allowing us the time. I would like to make it as easy for her to work into her schedule. So looking forward to that. Wisconsin sucks. There is other places that is getting legalized. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. With that, I got a little package here today. I wanted to check this out with you guys. So I didn't read about how to use this, so please don't laugh at me. It seems a little more complicated than just lighting a pre-roll. But I've really been interested in this for some time, and I'm looking forward to this little thing I found on the doorstep the other day. I was like, wait, what? This is awesome. So I got a chance to talk with a gentleman from oh, I said it wrong. DynaVap. It's not DynaVape. I think it's DynaVap. Talked to him the other day, and then at my doorstep, DynaVap sent a little care package. And we're going to kind of figure this out together and see what this is all about. Changing politicians' minds 1 week at a time. Bobby Beans. Hey, I like that little slogan. Oh, you guys, check this out. You reminded me of something here. Hang on. Squirrel moment. Speaking of politics. Speaking of changing minds. Where's this here? Let me pull this up. Because if I tell you, you're not going to believe me. Because this still kind of feels a little weird to me. Oh, let me log in. Don't tell me I can't log in. Log in. Why didn't you remember my password? Oh, for Pete's sake, as my wife would say. She usually swears when she's mad, but when she's really mad, she says, "Oh, for Pete's sake." It's cute. It's adorable. Love you, hon. And I apologize. I gave her the night off from helping with the comments. She had a long week, lots of travel too. So I said, I got this, hon. And here I am going to be stumbling around for a hot second. Let's legalize WI.org. Password. Can't tell you guys that. Hopefully you can't see my screen. Username is incorrect. Of course it is. Give me a second here. Oh, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. Where is my damn... Here we go. Okay, almost there. I'm almost there now. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Give me 1 second. Hey, let's go. All right, here we go. How do I share? Share. Go over here. Come back. StreamYard. Share screen, which is not that button. It's this one. Stop that screen. Share new screen. Boy, just getting complicated over here. Lots of screens. Lots of screens. Boom. That's right. I do need an IT guy. Eric, if you could help me out, that'd be great. You're hired. I'm smoking my dragon egg. Listen to you. Hey, that's what's up, my man. So what I had found out is you're only allotted a small amount of time talking to politicians before you need to get your lobbying license. So to be safe, knowing that I'm going to be talking to politicians, I applied for a lobbying license. And as you can see, I am self-employed. There's nobody behind me with money trying to tell me what to tell people or anything to influence what I'm talking to people about. And we are now a registered lobbyist in the state of Wisconsin. And to show you else something really cool with that, someone pass to Bobby, please. Get out of here, man. Watch this. Go back. I'm clicking on the... I'm not even going to tell you what I was doing. If you figured it out, you're mean. Cannabis. Shout out to Philip Scott for helping me understand what a lobbying license is, and also what a registered principal is. So basically, a principal is something you can file for. So I filed for the Cannabis Council of Wisconsin. And the principal is if you represent a group of people, you lovely individuals, is that I will be able to vote on bills as far as... So I don't actually... my vote doesn't count in the Senate or in the, if there's a bill, it doesn't, there's the Republican vote, the Democratic vote, etc. It doesn't count that way, but it just shows that we align with a bill that is out there, and that'll be able to... So like, let's say a bill comes out for, like, let's say Voss's bill did move along, which God forbid that happens, that I would be able to come in here then and put where the principal stands on it. So the group of people that I represent, which would be you folks, and we would put no, we would vote no on it. Now, if people are legitimately looking at that, so the Republicans see, oh, wait, well, the Cannabis Council of Wisconsin is against this. That's when they would reach out and say, hey, so whatever. So this is pretty cool. I mean, it's not like, again, we don't have a vote, but our voices are heard a little more. And I don't think we can ask for much else. Hobby Lobby Bobby, that's a bit much, Waldo. So no, really looking forward to being able to continue. When I started this, I said the only thing I don't want to do is politics. I'm not going to run for politics ever. Oh, DynaVap is on here. Look at that. They're on here. Very neat. But in talking to the politicians and them listening and them learning that they're just missing education for the most part, like I'm like, you know what? This is what we got to do. It feels like things are happening. It feels like our voices are being heard. Obviously, it's not like people are jumping up to legalize, but the fact that we're getting people to come onto the show, we're up to 5 representatives and senators now, and I've only met with 6. So hoping that the number continues to grow, so I'm able to bring people on here to get the information right to you folks. So it's not just I has said, he said, she said, Let's get him on here. Let's talk. Let's ask questions, that kind of stuff. So, really looking forward to that. No more squirrel moment. We're back to DynaVap. Ooh, got a little torch. I don't use torches much, so hopefully I don't burn the house down because I'm mainly a pre-roll and flower guy. Let's see. Well, I can't even get the fucker going. Thanks for everything you're doing. Hey, appreciate that, man. I'm trying. Let's see if I can do this without burning the house down. Well, there must be a safety. Oh, do I have to fill this? I think it's empty. All right, folks. I thought about opening this box ahead of time, but I'm like, this is a reveal. Like, I think you're supposed to do these live. So now I think I got a lighter that I need to. I don't think there's anything in there. Yeah, there's nothing in there. Honest torch green. Well, it's a cool looking gizmo anyway. Little torch, no fluid. DynaVapes are best used with the torch. DynaVaps are best used with the torch. Lighters take a while. Well, shit. I don't know if I have butane. Okay, let me rephrase that. I know I have butane. I know I have a lot of stuff. I don't know where it is. It's the problem with a lot of stuff. Hang on here real quick. Voss needs more education. I agree with that. Let's educate him. Drop a pile of testimonials from Wisconsin citizens. Absolutely. Oh, what am I doing with the torch? Thank you, Waldo. Okay, that is a torch, but I don't need the torch because I don't even know how this is going to work. Hopefully this thing's charged up. They sent, ooh, the wand. This is an induction heater. I was like, what? Let me get you guys a link to their website. They also hooked it up with a promo code for the listeners. Shout out to DynaVap. Appreciate you guys. Very neat company out of Wisconsin. Whoa, there's a book and everything. Who needs a book? We'll figure this out. No, I better grab the book. Shit. Let's see here. Step by step. Press the fire button 5 times quickly to turn on. Step by step manual. Yeah, this should be fine. We'll figure it out. And then this little guy, man. How cool is this? This is the DynaVap Woodwind. It's literally got this like handcrafted wood in the middle, or hand sanded and polished. Oh, it's so beautiful. I was like, oh my God, I don't even know if I want to get it dirty. But of course I do. I want to see what this is all about. I don't get it. Out of state is more likely to getting legalized. Load it before you heat it. Oh, hey, that's a good call. I probably would have missed that part of things. Nice packaging. I don't know how you do these reviews, but nice packaging. We're going to rate the packaging a solid 10. I love it. And of course, I opened it and broke it a little bit, but don't tell them that. But no, it's like the wood is the background. That's pretty dope. You love to see it. I'm all about anything wood. Wood's the most natural substance I like to get down with other than cannabis is wood. Don't get your minds out of the gutters. I'm talking this kind of wood. Jesus. All right, the Woodwind, a thermal extraction device, ensures perfect baking instead of burning for your favorite herbs. With its hourglass-shaped wooden midsection and titanium tip and mouthpiece, it combines style and functionality. Usage: load the material, heat the cap's side while spinning, and wait for the click to enjoy flavorful extraction. Wait for the cool down click before reheating. Oh boy. 2 clicks? No, 1 click, go. The next click, and it could reheat. Okay. Got this. Waldo, stick around. I might need your help. Might need your help with this one. Clean all DynaVap devices before first use. Scan the QR code for tips and information. So, whoa, that's just kind of neat. What in the world? Oh, my camera's way up there. Ooh, that looks neat. It looks like a small part to something important, like a spaceship, thermonuclear reactor or something. I don't even know. What in the? Oh, I don't think I need. Oh, there's something in the middle. What? Oh, this is gonna be an interesting experiment. DynaVap, I apologize for not being super educational on the fly. So I'm gonna try this, and oh, that's doing something. So if you turn that piece, what in the hell? Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. There's a little window. See that little piece right there? I was just trying to see if I turn that. I see something. Oh, that does something with the airflow, if I remember correctly. Okay. Well, let's see what happens here. Waldo, do I still break up the flour? Is that how this works? Or do I just load like a baby, like a chunk of a nug? Shout out to Waldo Hemp. They sent us some Purple Punch THCA flower, indica dominant hybrid, indoor grown THCA hemp flower, under 0.3% Delta 9 THC. Thank you for keeping it legal. Whoop, whoop. Shout out to Waldo. I appreciate the black bag. It's like being blurred out. It's like Facebook knows that we're streaming on their service. Don't look. It's cannabis. Don't look. So yeah, this one is Purple Punch. Let's see what it looks like. Just like a one hitter. Okay. They have lots of different models, accessories, and little gaskets, cleaning kits, storage, etc. Right on. Let's check out that purple. Ooh. Oh, that's Purple Punch, folks. Oh, that's beautiful flower. Oh, I probably shouldn't put flower on the camera. We'll do it real fast. We gotta look quick. Oh, you can't even see it. Okay, Facebook, no flower. We know you guys don't like your flower, so we won't show that on there. Get the little grinder going here. Boy, I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm for some reason worried about burning my house down, even though I don't think that should be possible. It's just sometimes how things work for me. Um, things can just turn out way more interesting than I planned them to be. But we do have house insurance, as far as I'm aware. I'd have to check with my accountant, aka my wife, who also handles all important paperwork, finances, and insurance. No, but appreciate Waldo sent in over a couple samples to try out a flower. Super appreciate that. He sent a couple of them too. The other ones look like that, quality wise. Well, either way, I appreciate it, but that is impressive. Definitely indoor grown. Great smell. Oh, there's some more stuff we can't let Facebook see. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. We're going to load this. So, again, it's kind of like a one hitter for loading. You see the top there? I'm so jealous you can smoke. I wish I could. Jake, sorry to hear that, man. Oh, yeah, you're in an apartment, I think it was, wasn't it? Or you had neighbors or something? All right. She's getting packed like a one hitter. Step one, pack like a one hitter. All right, Waldo. Where's Waldo? So wasn't there something when I first looked at these a couple months ago? Isn't there something like I don't feel like it's catching right now. Oh, it does catch a little bit there. Okay, never mind. I cancel that. Okay, we're good there. Never heard that one before. All right, we're gonna move this so I don't knock that over if something gets hot and I gotta run. All right, there's a grinder. All right, now this part looks a little intimidating. Not gonna lie, a little intimidating. Oh, bro. Oh, dude, this is no joke. Wow, this is a heavy duty little guy here. This should be this like I feel like I could defend my house with this if I had to. So watch out. Take off your headphones to hear the pop. That's a very good point. Once I figure out how to turn it on and such. USB-C charger, appreciate that. Thank you. USB-C is the best. All right, press the fire button 5 times to turn on the device. It's not going to get hot right away, right? Like I got to hit. Oh yeah, okay. Oh no, it might. So okay, we won't do that yet. Fire button On and off 5 times to turn on or off. Auto mode, press 2 times to activate the auto mode to stop. OLED screen, plus button, minus button. Okay, easy enough as far as that goes. Step by step. Press and hold the fire button to activate manual mode. In manual mode, hold down fire button until desired temperature is reached. Remove wand, add a concentrate. Oh, I'm not doing a banger. No, we're not looking to do any sort of dabbing here. All right, that is not for Bob. Bob does not need dabs. Bob needs one hitters in DynaVap. Induction one. What temperature do I want to do this? Oh, I'll be waiting for the pop. But anyone know what temperature I should set her on? I feel like I should know this. But it's my first time, man. I'm learning as we go here, man. We need dabs legalized. Fuck the flowers. Hey, get out of here, Chris. Flower is what I need. All right. What is this about? Hang on. Oh, good thing I didn't try turning it on yet. The batteries are protected with plastic. Smart. Oh, they're recharged. Oh, okay. I see the rechargeable batteries. 2,900 milliamps for anyone who's wondering. All right. Let's see how this bad boy works. Plus and minus. Plus and minus. The suspense is killing me. Oh, somehow I fucked up the plus and minus. God dang it. Okay, now that side's right, and we got 2 batteries. So that's a total of 500 or 5,800 milliampages between the two milli somethings. I think it's milliamperage, millisecond. Just, I'm gonna shut up now. Okay, minus, and plus is plus. We are loaded with all of our milliampage. Okay. Whoa, 710 degrees Fahrenheit. No. I feel like that's way high. Could have rolled 5 joints right now. Hey, I'm trying. Okay, I'm learning. And actually, just to be safe, I'm going to Google because I feel like I should just double check what temperature to do this at. I don't need extra heat in my hand if I don't need it. The DynaVap, and what was this called? Induction heat temp. I already. All right. Induction heating. Here we go. Heat. Got the cap. Clicks lower temperature. Care to post pics? Oh my gosh, there's a lot of talk, but no temperature. I would like to know a temperature. Somebody give me a temperature, please. Induction heater. Here we go. For DynaVap. What? I don't see anything on here. Anybody know a temperature? Here we go. Overall, your understanding. Many users feel an optimal heating time to click from room temp to 12 to 15. If it clicks faster, not enough time was allowed for heat to move around. I mean, I know I can listen for the click, but still, there's a lot of variance in what temperature I can set this at, and I would like to know where to put it at. This is I'm scared. I'm a little scared now. It has a master range going from 250 all the way up to 850. Here we go. It's got to be in here. Just give her a go. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a terrible idea. Here's a review. Okay, this is good. He's using a DynaVap with it. To switch between cells. I promise we're almost there. 550, Chris says. Chris, are you guessing? Is that a guess? Or is that a legit? Bro, I don't want to end up. Oh, here we go. I have been using it at 375 degrees Celsius, 710 myself, but I recommend that you experiment. All right, we're going to go 700, I guess. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, no. Shh, don't tell. I think it's dead. Hold on here, folks. Oh, it needs to be charged. No. I mean, it's understandable because the batteries are just chilling. But I really didn't want to have to go get a torch that I don't even know if I have. The suspense is killing me. I don't know about you. Darn it. All right, I'm going to let that charge. I'm going to go get a lighter / torch. I feel like I have a torch. I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute. I can't hear you. Should have known it was going to go that way. I don't know where the butane is. And I'm going to blame my wife. She probably moved it. But I did find a little guy, little torch thing. We're going to get that a shot. All right, I'm going to take my headphones off again here for a minute so I can listen for a click. We're going to try some Purple Punch from Waldo Hemp. And hopefully I don't burn this thing down. Don't have this level of attention span. Eric, just deal with it. All right, I'll be right back. I think I heard a click. I'm not sure. I think it was not a click. False alarm. Uh-oh. Now the other thing's beeping at me for some reason that I plugged in. Don't worry, I will make a video once I actually figure out how to do this, but I thought I'd bring you guys into this experience because why not? Yeah, see, Josh, I blame Josh. I had a long day dealing with all of Josh's questions. I did get a good taste of some flour, but it wasn't like a full hit. It was just a couple milliseconds. It tasted good. Oh, there's a click. Ooh. Whoa, that's taste. What? Hang on. Oh wait, I gotta wait for another click to heat it up. Feel like I'm getting closer now because that one was like almost a second of I could taste the vapor coming in. Dude, it clicked because it cooled down. That's trippy. I like that. I could definitely use a little bigger torch. It's just only doing a little bit of heating here. Nope. What in the world? It's like it's like there's more taste that well, I mean, obviously I'm not lighting it on fire, but like a diverse taste. What is it? What? Okay, I'm not quite understanding what's happening here. Well, it didn't click because I can do it again yet here. Because it's supposed to do something where obviously you're not burning the terpenes in the flower itself, so you're supposed to get a more of a profile, is my understanding, because you're not overheating it in its true terpenes. No shit. I don't know if I believe that yet. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It tastes like the everlasting gobstopper, where well, okay, not like candy, but like different flavors. You know, like that's what I think of when I think of the gobstopper. Is like it's like 20 different flavors, like a Dr. Pepper or whatever, where there's, a bunch of things in one. Okay, one more of these. Hang on. I promise I'll do a little video once I actually read what you're supposed to do. It's trying to be cool and do like a live, whatever they call it, where you open it and like figure it out. It's a beautiful little rig here. I don't know if you call it a rig. Nudge, you're not kidding. Nudge says, "Welcome to dry herb vaping. The taste is amazing compared to smoking." Ooh, there's our click. Wow, what the fuck? What the what is happening? I've never associated this kind of a taste with cannabis. It's almost like when you have, and I'm not a big beer guy, but when you have an IPA or that kind of a beer where it just has that taste where it's like a distinct goodness, a distinct you like it, but you don't have any idea what it is. So, because now my understanding would be like with different strains that they would be different tastes associated with that. Most strains will taste very similar to how they smell. No way. Okay, I gotta take another one of these. What's it doing to the flower? It doesn't look burnt in there? Is that what you're telling me? Is it like degrading it in there though? I gotta figure this out. This is pretty interestingly. I feel like I'm already feeling the effects of. Well, I'm a super lightweight, but ooh, there's a good one. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. Um, I'm gonna carry this around with me so that if I stop, what you guys gotta try this. This is interesting. I feel like that is a taste that when when you're done with your sesh, you're gonna be like, I want some more of that. Just the taste. If that makes sense. The cap's still a little warm. I want to see what the flower looks like though. Oh yeah, it's turning brown. What? Okay, I got to do some research. This is crazy. This is kind of blowing my mind at the moment as far as what is actually happening. I know it's vaporizing, but hmm, I got to do some research on this. I don't even know if you can see that. After a couple of heat ups, you want to check the color of your material. When it's dark brown, you have extracted everything. I want to see. I want to pour it out just to see if it is all dark brown. Actually, I'm going to try it one more time just to make sure. I suppose it won't hurt. Because again, I want more of that taste. What? This is very interesting. And this would be really nice with that induction heater because then I don't have a flame just waving around in my house. But it doesn't. The lingering, like it is not loud smelling in here when you're not smoking it. My wife hasn't yelled yet. I forgot about that. Sorry, honey. I love you. When I smoke in the house, I get in trouble because the smoke doesn't go or the smell doesn't go away for a long time. I don't blame. I mean, I don't blame her. She prefers edibles. She works at a school, so I can understand not wanting to smell. There we go. No kidding. All right, I'm gonna figure this out for sure, so I can like do a video to educate you guys because this is cool. This is something. This is something, and I should not smoke anymore. I didn't think of that. Wow. Where were we? This is neat. This is awesome. I'm gonna figure this out. I saw this was a couple months ago when I was looking into buying one. I saw like these really come apart and stuff. I want to learn this thing inside and out and share a video with you guys because this is cool. This is crazy. What is it? We've got the taste will degrade the more times you heat it up. Okay, that makes sense because it's decarbing just like the flour in the oven. Okay, that makes sense with the color. Make sure the cap is all the way seated. Also, the torch and induction heater will work way better than your current soft flame lighter. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Because yeah, this is I wouldn't really call this a torch. This is I don't even know what you call this. A very small match starter. I feel like it'd be good for lighting a match that you were having a hard time getting going. Just grab this little guy, and you can get it from a distance too. I'm not hating on Kingsford; they make great charcoal, but this little thing ain't made for this badass little DynaVap here. Wow, that is I'm high, first of all. Because I was gonna tell you guys something and now I forgot. I want to learn this. I want to know about this. It's so cool. Like what? Who where? Where did somebody figure this out? This is worth looking into, making a video, sharing. Like I want to go meet these guys. I want to figure out what this is cool. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna share some information with you guys. And I do the taste, you want more. Like when you have that beer, and I don't drink beer. I maybe drink 6-7 beers a year. But there was a time where like Spotted Cow, you drink it and you just want it more. And that's weird. It's not bad weird. But like I can taste. It's not just like a taste. It's multiple tastes. If that even makes sense. And there's so many dry vapes out there. Awesome. I'm just gonna pull up their website real quick. Just so I can share it with you guys. Oh, here, let me drop the link in the comments so that you guys got the promo code and you can do some checking it out yourselves. I'm going to be carrying this with me wherever I go. So if I'm swinging your way, let me know and I'll gladly be knowing what I'm doing by then and share that with you. All right, so let me just drop this in here. It's DynaVape.com and the promo code is Beans10. Shout out again to DynaVap. DynaVap. God. So you said we were talking vaping today, vaping taxes on disposables and A lot of vape talk today. Lots of vapes. All right. Got that information in the comments for you guys. Nudge also says when you are heating the metal bowl, which heats the bud, you release the cannabinoids and the aromatic compounds, and then in the pressurized environment, it condenses into vapor, which you inhale. No what? Like, huh? That's cool. And the pressure, huh? That's what. Most strains will taste very similar to how they smell. No kidding. That's cool. I look forward to that because it's almost like a whole new experience with flower. If it tastes like it smells, that's not what it usually tastes like when you're smoking it. So that's cool. This what I don't know how I didn't know about this sooner. Well, I do know why. I'm uneducated, just like a lot of folks. We're gonna present this. They say fire can waste 40% of the cannabinoids up in smoke. No kidding. And I've heard people say that, but I'm like, you know, it's just one of those things. Until you try it, you don't really know, and you're just accustomed to something. So, of course, we think we know what we're doing. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it. See, use our calculator to see how much money you will save with DynaVap. What? What? Okay, flavor explosion. Maybe I'm not hallucinating. Pick your path. Ready to buy. I'm new. Oh, see, I should have done this. I'm new. Learn how to use a vaporizer. Hey. Okay. I should have maybe checked that out. We've got chill steel pipe, the wand. Their design, man. Like, look at that. That's just beautiful, beautiful pieces. Like, just very well thought out. You know, it's not just, oh, here's a pipe. You know, I just saw something that, oh, here, starter pack accessories. I already want to get an accessory. Preserved storage jar. Whoa. What? Bon Boulette, a vape station. That's pretty dope. Water pipe adapter. Vape cap stand. Wow. What in the world? Small cleaning pouch. Dynacoil. Huh. This is cool. This is really cool. Okay. I'm going to do some research and be able to share some more information with you guys. But make sure you check these guys out. I'll be carrying this around to be able to share with you guys when I stop out by you. DynaVap, made in the USA, in Wisconsin. Wow, I'm genuinely impressed, surprised. I don't know. Really looking forward to it. I started dry vaping 1 year ago. I could never go back to smoking now. The metal bowl twisty end, which is called a tip, you can just pull it off. It's just filtered with silicone O-rings. Same with the mouthpiece. Oh wait, sorry. Let me read that again because I'm a little elevated, you might see. The metal bowl twisty end. This one? Stuck in this thing? Like this is the cap, I assume. Oh, what the? I thought I had to like unscrew it. It's just seated in there. I got to know more about how they came up with this. This is insane to me. And then that just seats back in there with O-rings. And then same with this one. Oh, whoa. What the? I thought I broke it. My heart dropped for a second. Like, come on, dude. Okay. I see you, DynaVap. Let's see what the flower looks like now that I'm getting a little more familiarized. But also Purple Punch from Waldo. That's Purple Punch, folks. I don't know that there'd be any difference from what you're going to get in Michigan. Unless you go to Higher Love, then that you might run into a little competition as far as quality goes. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, okay, yep. So it's just decarb flour. What the? That's cool. All right, I am gonna be reading about this all day tomorrow, and I might be a vapor now. Oh, you can taste a little bit. Just I don't know for why I did that, but I left a little bit in there, and I can taste it when I smoke it or hit it. Very neat. Well, I'm excited to learn more about that to be able to share with you guys. Looking forward to getting things fixed at our Capitol building. Appreciate everybody stopping out. Sorry for my yapping. Sorry, it's just me tonight. Um, I'll be checking up with you guys on Monday. Shout out to Higher Love for their sponsorship of Lebowski Fest, and they're going to be making swag bags. They're literally packing swag bags that we're not going to be able to ship, so I'm going to run up there to pick them up, and everybody who attends Lebowski Fest will be able to get one of those. Hey, you too, Nudge. Thanks for swinging by. Appreciate you. And we'll be talking DynaVap soon. All right, everybody. Have a good night. The beans is out.